What is the criteria needed to be selected for the exchange program? The next most asked question was, what is the costing? Is it expensive? Funny thing, our classes were not in English. Do you want to know what I learned about life, or do you want to know what I learned about design? These things I would have not learned in CEPT. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Anvi and I make videos related to fashion, lifestyle, DIY vlogs and CEPT. So please subscribe to my channel if you're interested. As you can see, today's video is a Q&A about my exchange experience. So in case you're new and just clicked on this video and this is the first video you're watching of me, I am Anvi Vijh. I am a student of CEPT in my 5th year right now. I joined in 2019 and since then I have been making videos about my college, and this year has been very special for me because I got to do two very different college experiences. One was exchange semester and one was an internship. So I guess you can consider this video as a part 1 where I will answer all of your doubts about the exchange semester, and the second video is where I will answer all your doubts about my internship. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so if you have watched my previous videos, you would know the process of me getting the exchange, but if you haven't, I'll just summarize it quickly for you guys. So last September, October, so like October 2022, I got to know that I have the opportunity to go for the exchange, and then it took me a few months to get my visa, the process, the formalities and everything, and I finally went in March. For 4 months I went to Portugal, IPCB college in Portugal, and I spent 4 months there. I did work there, I traveled there, and then I came back. So I put up this poll on my Instagram, by the way, so do go and follow me there because you will get to know a lot more about college and me if you follow me there. I think I'm just going to start answering your questions one by one, and that will clear all the doubts that you guys have. Okay, let's start with a very basic question. Can we apply for exchange in any semester of L3? So L3 basically means 4th and 5th years. So can we apply for exchange in any semester? Totally depends on the kind of course that you are in. For example, my architecture friends, some of them went in 4th year, some of them went in 5th year. So un loga, I think they have the flexibility of going in 4th or 5th year. As far as I know, the interior or product design students can only go in their 4th year. Another thing I would like to specify is that product design students ka exchange abhi shuru hua hai, literally, like we were the first batch from product design to go for exchange. So they are still building up the rules. So इसलिए मैं अपने experience से नहीं बता सकती if you can go in 5th year or not, but I went in my 4th year. What is the criteria needed to be selected for the exchange program? This is the most asked question for this topic, and a lot of questions around it also. For example, how high of a GPA do you need? What should be your GPA? Blah blah blah. So let me just clear it out for all of you. It is relative. Obviously you need a good GPA and a good score. So what happens is that there is a merit list that comes for your whole batch. Basically तुम्हारा पूरा batch is ranked from 1 to whatever number of students are there in the batch, and the top 4 or top 2, top 3 जितनी भी seats होती है, they get to go. So it's not about how high of a GPA do you need, it's more relative. तुम्हें अपने batch की merit list पे top पे होना चाहिए, बस that's all that matters. All I would say is just work hard guys in every semester. जब मैं भी 3rd year में थी or whatever, I thought कि कहाँ जाऊँगी मैं इस course लेके, they don't matter anywhere, jobs में तो सिर्फ portfolio देखते हैं. But as cliche as it sounds, hard work always gets appreciated because that is what got me here. I was the first one on my merit list, and very surprisingly so, because this was never my goal. In fact, हमें तो पता भी नहीं था कि हम exchange में जा सकते हैं. And by the way, just a tip, GPA में mandatories also count. So it's not only a matter of कि तुम्हें studio में अच्छा करना है, तुम्हें mandatories में भी अच्छा करना है, because मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा है जिनके स्टूडियो में बहुत अच्छी GPA थी, बट मैंडेटरीज की वजह से उनकी ओवरऑल मेरिट लिस्ट में पोजीशन कम हो गई. सो मैंडेटरीज मैटर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मेनी सीट्स आर देयर. सो एज आई सेड, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू स्पीक अबाउट माय कोर्स. प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइन में सिर्फ 2 सीट्स हैं, बट बिकॉज हमारे टाइम में कोविड आ गया था, सो दे टुक 4 पीपल बिकॉज दे वर कॉम्पनसेटिंग फॉर लास्ट ईयर. बट आई थिंक प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइन में सिर्फ 2 सीट्स है बिकॉज अभी तक सिर्फ एक कॉलेज है विच इज़ IPCB जिसके साथ हम एक्सचेंज कर रहे हैं. आई थिंक इफ दे एड मोर कॉलेजेस द सीट्स विल इंक्रीज. How can you apply? I just told you guys how can you apply. अच्छे marks लाओ and you'll get it. What all exchange programs are offered in BID, which is interior design? I will tell you, मेरे time पे there were 3 exchange programs for interior design. One was in Stuttgart, Germany. One was IPCP जहाँ पे मैं गई in Portugal, and another one was in Australia. मुझे उस college का नाम नहीं याद, but yeah, the third one was in Australia. And I think okay, the next most asked question was what is the costing? Is it expensive? So I can only speak about Portugal जहाँ पे मैं गई. The fees of the college you don't have to pay because तुम्हें बस अपने normal CEPT की fees देनी होती है. But the travel, the accommodation, everything else you have to pay for. And if I have to tell you guys like a ballpark, so the accommodation rent for us was, how much was it? I think it was like 22K or something per month, and we were 7 girls living in one house जो हमने पूरा rent किया हुआ था. So yeah, it was 22K per month, but obviously accommodation can vary थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे. Other than that, the cost of living there is obviously expensive. You are spending in euros. Total में I think we spent about 4-5 lakhs. I'm not sure. I will put the exact figure around यहाँ पे अगर मैं कुछ गलत बोल रही हूँ तो, because I have to go and check my expenses. But yeah, it is expensive. Also it does depend on your lifestyle. Like अगर तुम वहाँ जाओ और तुम वहाँ ज़्यादा travel ना करो, सिर्फ same city में रहो तो it will be less expensive. But वहाँ जाओ और travel ना करो तो कोई फ़ायदा भी नहीं है. So it totally depends on your choice and your lifestyle. Next question is a little fun one जो सुन के मुझे काफ़ी वो लगा कि yes bro, मेरा भी first question यही था. Were your classes in English or did you have to learn the language? So funny thing, our classes were not in English. They were all in Portuguese and we did learn the language थोड़ा बहुत, but obviously not इतना कि हम classes समझ पाए. So the thing is, if it was like a 3-hour class तो हम लोग बैठते काम करते थे, टीचर पढ़ाती थी और लास्ट के आधे घंटे में वो हमें इंग्लिश में समझाती थी. So that way the teachers and faculties were all very sweet because they cooperated with us. वो चाहे सबको पोर्चुगीज़ में पढ़ा रहे हो बट एंड में आके हमें इंग्लिश में ज़रूर पढ़ा देते थे. So that way it was nice, but हाँ, like we couldn't learn with the class because वो पोर्चुगीज़ में पढ़ते थे, हमें पोर्चुगीज़ नहीं आती थी. So yeah. Okay, the next and the last question is, कहाँ गया? Can you share in detail what you learned there? I learned a lot of things. Do you want to know what I learned about life or do you want to know what I learned about design? Anyways, I'm going to start with what I learned in college there. So I had taken 4 courses there. Obviously they offer a bunch of courses and you have the choice to choose from whatever you want. The best thing that I liked was that it wasn't necessary for us to choose from interior design. We could choose from audiovisual design or graphic design, or like we could basically try different things, and that's what we did. So my first or my main studio was interior design. So मेरा जो course था that was retail design. So we had to design a store. Basically we had to renovate a store and we had to bring a whole story with it and everything. I'll just insert some renders so you can see the work that I did there. And it was honestly one of my favorite courses. Like the best thing about it was that we had a lot of freedom to creatively express ourselves. Like इतनी restrictions नहीं थी जितनी मुझे लगता है कि CEPT में होती हैं. You know, like the faculty is very into your work. वहाँ पे it was 100% the students' work. The faculty would only delve into it for the technicalities, but other than that it was all us. So that was really nice. So we had interior design, then we had packaging and exhibition design course. That also I really liked. It was really different. We designed packages, and the second part of the course was to design an exhibition, obviously all on paper and not actually. But that was also interesting, something very new that I learned. And the third course was photography, which was one of my favorite courses. So they gave us a DSLR. The college only issued us a DSLR, and we learned its technicalities, how the camera works. Then we also learned, you know, how to frame shots and take proper photographs and everything. And the the final submission was also a photography portfolio. So that was really fun, honestly, and something which I would have never learned in CEPT. The fourth and the last course was my absolute favorite course, which was a video editing sort of course. So basically उनके college में पूरा video shooting room था, like जैसा news channels में होता है ना वैसा, where they had a full director's room and then they had full cameras and lighting and green screen and everything they had. So our assignment was to shoot a TV commercial, not a TV commercial, a TV interview, जिसमें we had to put commercials also and different segments and everything. So I'm gonna link that up here so that you guys can go check it out, and also in the description. So you can go check out the TV interview that we made. It was one of the most fun things that I've done in college, and we learned a lot from it. The backdrop भी हमने खुद design किया था, so yeah, it was really fun. Overall, I would say my exchange experience was unbelievable, amazing, unique. I would not trade it for anything else. Even if you just talk about like the college learnings, as I said and I've mentioned 100 times, these things I would have not learned in CEPT, and I'm not blaming CEPT in any way. I'm just saying, because I chose to be in CEPT, but I'm just saying that these things are also a skill set that one should have. Maybe not the primary one, but I loved learning about these things, and they're definitely going to come in handy with my design also. For example, photography, it's very important to learn photography to market the product that you're making. So that's definitely gonna be a big advantage for me, that I know how to operate DSLR now. Other than that, I learned so many things about myself, about the world, because I traveled so much. So we went to Portugal, but then we went to Spain also, and we saw so much architecture there. So if you guys go on the exchange, do go and see European architecture. It is just... We learned about managing our expenses. We learned about traveling in a new country by ourselves, learning the metro systems and stuff like that. We learned new languages. We learned about new food. It was a full-on learning experience. Maybe not just technical learning and college learning, but life learnings also. So yeah, if you have any other questions, do let me know in the comments, and I will love to answer them. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Watch out for part 2, where I will give you my insight on internships and how I got my internship. So yeah, I love you cutos. I'll see you next time. Bye.